when I first saw her, I knew something was off about her. I was like, this girl, something ain't right. Something in the milk is not clean. What's up, everyone? It's your girl. I am Kaya, and I am back with another video. Today, I'm going to be doing a movie review. I'm going to be talking about Culpa, Tuya, which is Your Fault in Spanish. I'm so glad it's finally here. It just came on Amazon Prime Video yesterday, and it's a international worldwide phenomenon based on a book. I got into the first movie, which is called Culpa Mia, and it's called My Fault. It came out sometime last year, I think. I could be wrong, but I started getting into it this year because I was on Amazon Prime Video one day and I just put it on and I was immediately hooked. And when I saw they were going to get a sequel, I was just stoked. So for any guys that's new here and doesn't know about Culpa Tuya, so Culpa Tuya is about these step siblings, Nick and Noah. They fell in love on the first movie, and basically the second movie is them trying to figure out their relationships, but you know, people are trying to get away with it, like their parents, because Noah's mom married Nick's dad, so they're step siblings, so that's some messed up there. And also they have life things going on, because you know, Noah is going off to college and Nick is also doing things in life too. They're both 18, 19 years old, so they're just trying to figure that out. So basically the second movie is focusing based on that, about Nick and Noah's relationship and how their parents are going to interfere, plus all the life stuff that's coming to them right now. So I put it on yesterday, either yesterday or the day before that. No, it came out yesterday, so I couldn't. But it was at night. I watched it late at night. I was so ready for it. So basically, I'm now about to tell you guys. I'm just going to break down like some big points that happened. I'm not going to break down the entire movie. You can see it on Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you get Amazon Prime Video for free, basically. So I'm gonna touch on the big parts that I really liked, and then I'm gonna talk about like the high points and the low points of points. So basically, how the movie starts out, it's Noah's 18th birthday. She's Leo. They're in, I think they're in Spain, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I think they're in Spain. I could be wrong, but it's beautiful down there wherever they are. So Noah is now 18. She's legal. I guess 18 is a legal age down there where you can do everything, because in America you have to be 21 to do all that shit. But yeah, so she have her 18th birthday, and Nick is not there. Nick hasn't been in I think they said San Francisco doing some kind of internship, because his dad owns a firm, and they're basically doing that to keep them apart from each other. But Nick actually coming back because he's still intern at his dad's firm. And him and Noah, they see each other. They said it's been so long since they saw each other. They meet up, they kiss, and they have a quickie. And I don't know if their parents know they had it, but their parents did see them kiss. But if their parents watched them while they was having a quickie, that was weird as fuck. So yeah, that's basically how it is. So we basically, you know, Nick and Noah, they're just enjoying their time together because they haven't seen each other in a while. You know, young love. She's 18. I think he's 18 or he's 19. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, so they have this whole montage and everything until they have this like end of school year kind of like big beach party, I think. And then that's when they meet up with their two friends, Lion and Jenna. So Nick and Noah, they're just like enjoying each other. And then until Lion, who he plays a really big part in this movie, in the second part of the movie, he was like basically telling Nick, yeah, but what are you gonna do like when she's off to college and you're doing your internship and you have to leave and you can't be with her? Basically like doubting their relationship. He says it's not gonna work out. Long distance never works, which he ain't wrong, you know? He ain't wrong. But it's like, dude, he had like a sour mood this whole movie, but we found out why. But I was not feeling him at some points. The character of Lion. Sorry about that, guys. My sinus is fucking up, but I'm trying to push this out for you guys. All right, so next, let me see. So Lion actually goes and meets up with his brother. His brother, like they work on cars, and his brother's locked up, I think. And Lion has been running the business, but he said the business not have been doing well because you've been away and it's only been me. So Lion is really low on money. So basically this whole entire movie, Lion was like, because his girlfriend is Jenna, they're together. Jenna is rich. She has daddy's money. And Lion doesn't want to be, he's like one of those guys who has like a really big pride and doesn't like that their girlfriend has more money than them. Well, not necessarily, I don't know if he necessarily likes it, but it's just it's a problem for him. And if it was the other way around, I think he would have been fine. I think that's what most guys think. They think that they have to be the breadwinners and the girl has to be the one that depends on them. But they don't like it when a girl has, they have to depend on a woman. And that's what he feels like. He feels like that he's just kind of charity to his girlfriend. But it's like, if she knows your situation, she knows that you don't really have it like that, but she still loves you. So if you can't accept the fact that she doesn't love you for who you are, then you shouldn't be with her. So that's basically my whole thing with Lion, this whole episode, this whole movie. I said episode, sorry. This whole entire film, he was like, he felt like she says, my girlfriend, she able to buy this, 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 and this, and I can't do that for her. Understandable, you know, guys being young. But if she wants to, listen, if somebody's offering to do all this shit for me, I'm not gonna like have a second look. Again, I am a woman, so he's a man, so that pride is hurt a little bit. But that was mainly his course throughout the whole movie, and that comes into fruition later on, which I'll get to. So what happened next? Oh yeah, so Noah, she graduates high school. Congratulations. And you know, she's getting ready to go to the university. She gets a brand new car, which that car is nice as hell. I think it was a Mercedes. It was a purple Mercedes. Purple is my favorite color, okay? Purple is my favorite color. And so her and Nick, they're together, and Nick actually has his new apartment. And he goes and shows Noah, and he says, you know, his granddad actually gave him that apartment. So he doesn't have to make any payments on it or nothing like that. It's basically a free apartment, which free apartment, free rent. Can somebody point me that direction? Because I wish I can have that. But yeah, so, and Nick and Noah, they're getting to, you know, they're just catching up, you know what I'm saying? Having their little fun, if you know what I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden, Nick asks Noah, you know, you can stay here. And then reality hits. They like, wait, if she comes and moves in with me, that means we're living together. And that's like a huge step into a relationship. And what I feel like is when you guys move in, because that means you guys are making it official. Because if you're living with this person, you know, that means you have this much trust in them that you give them a key to your place. So once that happened, they both like had like a big shock of reality. And they were thinking like, are we really ready to move in together? Me personally, they're not ready to move in together. That's just me. So yeah, we move on from that. So then we have Noah. She's moving into her new apartment because she's, like I said, she's going to college. She's moving into the university, and we meet this new girl. Her name is Briar. Now, when I first saw her, I knew something was off about her. I said, this girl, something ain't right. Something in the milk is not clean. And I was right. But yeah, her name is Briar. Yeah, her and Noah are roommates. And, you know, put a pin in that because she comes back around because she plays a big part in this film as well. So let's go. We move on to the next one. So we get to Nick, and he's at his father's firm because he's interning there. And his father gives him a partner to work on this project with him. Her name is Sophia. First of all, she's gorgeous. She is so beautiful. But the minute I saw her, I said, oh, okay. Is she gonna come in between Nick and Noah? She kind of did. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically how it happens. What happens after we meet Sophia? Oh yeah. And then Noah and her mom have an argument about Nick because Nick's dad is like really big in their area. He's basically like a celebrity. So by association, Nick being his son, you know, he falls into that. So Nick and Noah, they were out, they got photographed together, and his dad was able to stop it before it went public because Noah's mom says people already think I just married him for his money. Now that they see you're with his son, they're gonna think we're just after their money. They're not after. I don't think they're not after money. I think it's genuine love between the both of them, between the mom and the dad. Well, we're gonna get to that later. But yeah, so they're arguing and everything, and Noah says, "I love him," and she said, "Well, you're not gonna love him underneath my roof." Technically, she's not under your roof no more because now she's at college, so she's actually under her apartment. So if she wanted to, she can go behind your back and be with him if she want to, mama. Just saying. So, what happened next after that? Oh, yeah. I mean, new character. His name is Michael. He's a friend of Briar's. Now, Michael, I immediately saw, he wants Noah. He wants Noah so bad. He was looking really thirsty. This movie is like, dude, like, if you see she's kind of like about it, and I feel like, and you knew she had a boyfriend, you should have stopped yourself right then and there. There's so many fish in the sea. I know Noah is beautiful, but you didn't have to looking real thirsty, Michael. Yeah, so we move on from Michael. And then we see Nick and Noah. They're with Nick's stepsister. Her name is Maggie. And then while they're finishing their visit, Nick's mom, her name is Annabelle, she showed up. And she just showing up because according to Nick, like, his mom was not in his life. She abandoned him and all this kind of stuff. And she wants to explain herself. And I'm thinking, like, okay, what do you have to explain about you not being there? But then we find out later on that was a whole situation. So please stay tuned to the end to hear about that. So let's see about that. We get a little cute little sex scene between Noah and Nick, and she brands him. She puts "You Are Mine" in permanent marker on his arm, but remember, put a pin in that one. So then next we have Nick and Noah. After they finish up at their apartment, they go back to Noah's apartment, and this is when Nick, he sees Briar for the first time, and he looks like he done seen a ghost. And I'm like, what's going on? So and then sure, I think I'll save it till that part comes up. But then all of a sudden Nick is about to go back home, and then he asks his driver, do you remember Briar? And they said, oh yeah, what happened to her? I think this was the driver talking. I was like, oh shit, they got a history. And how is it like that's just a coinky dink that you have a history with your now girlfriend's roommate? That shows that it's really a small world after all. But yeah, so we start seeing at this point in the film, we see the start of the Jenna and Lion drama. Like how I said before, Lion is like really, his pride is like really eating at him because Jenna, you know, she comes around, she has this expensive stuff that she shows around. I don't think she's flaunting it around him intentionally. That's just who he is. And the thing is, you knew this is who she was when you got with her. So her doing it, you shouldn't be a problem. But like, again, I feel like when it comes to guys and they feel like their pride is, their manhood is really tested. I think that's the phrase you want to say. But when they feel like, you know, they can't provide for their woman and the woman is provided for them, they feel like, then what kind of man am I? So I feel like that's his mindset that he's thinking about. And I feel like some men need to stop, you know, putting themselves in that mindset. It's okay if your woman wants to take care of you. If she loves you, that shouldn't matter. Like, and because it's like, okay, if this was a man and a woman had to depend on the man, it seemed like in society that's fine. But I feel like we don't need to like put ourselves in those situations where the man has to take care of the woman. A woman can take care of a man. And then it was bothering him, and it seems like he's slowly but surely pushing Jenna away. And I don't like that because Jenna is beautiful and she's a good woman too. Lion, you need to get your shit together. So yeah. We see, let me go. Oh yeah. Annabelle, who is Nick's mom, she shows up at Briar and Noah's apartment on the campus, and she's in there and says, I want to talk to Nick. Can you help me? And all this kind of stuff. It's like, first of all, like, you cross the line. You don't go to the stepdaughter and all that kind of stuff. You don't pull people like that into situations. Like, you need to, like, again, you need to do it through some lawyers. Understand you're in a situation, but you taking that route was very trifling, Mama Annabelle. So yeah. I like that she's very firm on what she want to do, but like the way she took action on stuff was very like, I didn't agree with that. So we we come to a family dinner at one point in the film. It's William, who is Nick's dad. It's his father's colleagues. And then we see at this dinner, they bring Sophia. And of course, the mom and dad said, yeah, this is Sophia. She's working with Nick on this project. Trying to make Noah jealous because they really want to get Nick and Noah away from each other. So that's where Sophia came into play. And you can just tell they're trying to throw Sophia on Nick so he can forget about Noah. Again, I can't say, if you guys watched my first video when I talked about when I was teasing it, I said I can't blame the parents for them wanting to separate Nick and Noah, because it's like, yeah, they're not related by blood because they have been incest, and that's, no, they are step siblings. They're not related in any sort of way, but they are step siblings because the mom and the dad are together. And what would it be like? They'd be like, hi, this is my wife, this is my son, this is my stepdaughter, and them two are together. That's going to be weird. Like, this is not Sweet Home Alabama. Like, that's going to be weird. You know? So, yeah, basically it happened. But all of a sudden, you know, Noah, she peeps the bullshit of what was trying to happen during this dinner. And then she just blurts out randomly, Nick wants me to move in. And then the dinner was over. And I was like, no, I see what you were doing, but it's like, honey, wrong time. Wrong time. You definitely don't do it when you have company over, because you don't want them like talking about all this kind of shit, you know. So what happens next? Okay, so we jump, and then remember I talked about Annabelle, who is Nick's mom. So Annabelle then meets up with Noah. Noah finally gives in and meets up with her. So she is this when? Yep. So yeah, so Noah invites her over to the house when nobody's home. They talk. She spills some tea. So she actually told Noah that her mom, Noah's mom, was messing around with Will when him and Annabelle were still together, and she had photo proof and everything. And she also said it wasn't her decision to be out of Nick's life, that the granddad was actually like telling her to get out of their lives. I forgot what she said. I think she said they were blackmailing her. Yeah, I think she said something about them blackmailing her. Fact check that for me, guys. I'm so sorry if I messed that up, because I watched it once and then I had to watch it over again to make my notes for this video. But yeah, I remember hearing about that. And while Nora's trying to like grasp and try to progress all the shit that she just said, she basically saying, are you saying my mom's a homewrecker? So Annabelle is snooping around the house, and she goes and finds William's toothbrush because she needs, and I said, she's doing that for a DNA, but in my mind, I wasn't thinking that she was getting the DNA for Maggie. I'm thinking she was doing the DNA for Nick. And I was like, I don't know what you plan on doing now with the DNA for Nick, because he's an adult. So you talking about some fighting for custody, like he's already an adult. Like, what custody are you fighting for? Like, but I wasn't putting two and two together, so that's my dumb ass. And also because we barely saw Maggie. I was like once or twice. So yeah, I didn't think of nothing of that. But yeah, that happens. You know, she got the toothbrush. Noah didn't catch her doing it. And then it ends off with, you know, Annabelle telling Noah that, hey, I need you to go and give Nick this letter, because it explains everything and why I wasn't there. And then we jump to a scene where Nick is in his dad's office. Noah shows up, and she tried to make it seem like an accident, that the note was there, that he'll find it, but Nick didn't read the note. He ripped it up. And that's what happened. So he never knows until we get to the end of the film. Again, don't leave yet. So we're gonna jump to the next one. Let me check my notes really quick before I tell you guys. Okay, yeah, then we have like a little cute little dinner scene between Nick and Noah. He shows Noah that he actually got the "You Are Mine" that Noah wrote on him, and he actually got it tattooed, and that's permanent. Now, it was cute, but it's like, you shouldn't have got it, but you know, you could easily get that removed. And then they're having a little moment, they're dancing, and he tells Noah that he has to go to London for a couple of days with Sophia. And you can tell that she wants to trust him, but she knows how he is. She knows that he can't resist temptation. He did, but we're gonna get to that. So then she basically said, maybe we shouldn't be this truthful. It's like, honey, like, no, what do you want? Do you want him to be truthful with you, or do you want him to lie? You can't have it both ways, boo. You either want him to tell you the truth and keep it up front with you, or you want him to keep telling you lies. And if they keep lying in a relationship, the relationship is not gonna work, okay? So what's next about this? And then yeah, so we end that scene. It jumps to Nick's apartment, and we see Noah and her mom are arguing about Nick again. Her mom is saying, Nick, you know, basically, it's not gonna last with you, Nick. You're too young to make this kind of decision. It's not love, this and that. You know, basically, like, why are you with him? Like, I didn't raise you like this. It's like, you may have not raised her like that, mama, but you know, if you had not married her son, she never would have met him. Just saying. I'm not trying to blame the mother. I'm just bullshitting, y'all. So yeah, what was next on that one? Oh yeah, Briar is cuckoo. Briar is crazy as hell. Like, first of all, like, I don't know what was going on. Like, she's like talking to herself and all that kind of stuff. It was one scene, she was like literally watching Nick and Noah like almost about to have sex, and she was holding a knife, and then telling some, oh, I just had to cut something. Like, you couldn't find you some scissors somewhere? Like, yeah, keep the craziness away from me. But yeah, so we have next is, oh yeah, so we see a scene. Oh yeah, I think this is when Nick is about to come back from London, and he's trying to call Noah, but she's not picking up. She told him that she was going to be at the house waiting for him when he got back, and when he got there, she wasn't there. She was at her apartment with Briar and her friend Michael. Now, you guys remember Michael. Michael is the thirsty guy that wants Noah, and you know, he keeps trying to push up on her, but it's clear, like, dude, she has a man. She don't want you. Even though you cute, Michael, but like, stop. But he literally tried to kiss her. She stopped it. She left him. And right when he left, guess who showed up? Noah. And he was like, did I say Noah showed up? I'm sorry, y'all. Right when Black was about to leave, Nick showed up. I'm sorry, guys. Nick, Noah, kind of same. Sorry, y'all. So, yeah, Nick showed up. And Nick was like, what was that? Like, what kind of moment was that? I thought you said that you was going to be at the house. Like, why the fuck are you here? You should have been at the house. And Noah said, like, I told you, making up some kind of excuse. But you know what? She's young. Let her live, Nick. Let her live. And then they basically say, we just can't trust each other. It's like, yeah, y'all can't trust each other. Like, if you can't, and then she brings up Sophia, saying, but you were there with Sophia. But it's like, no, he's there on business. You're not doing any business. You're just hanging out. So you can't compare his situation to your situation, Michael. But then they say how they can't trust each other. It's like, if y'all can't trust each other, then y'all should not be together. Because a relationship without trust is not a relationship. And I would not want to be with somebody that I knew I cannot trust them. You can be around somebody and I can't be thinking that you're going to be doing something inappropriate with them. So that's just me personally. And then Noah finally says, maybe we just need a break. It's like, yeah, y'all two need a break. Because y'all stress me the hell out, okay? So, yeah, what happened over that? Oh, shit, y'all, I'm so sorry. I skipped over a big, major scene. I'm so sorry about that. So, jumping back, because so much happened in this movie, it was 2 hours. Because it comes into play later. So, the friend Lion is trying to get some extra cash. So, his brother tells him to get that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say it on YouTube because I'm not trying to get flagged or nothing like that. But putting two and two together, if you watch the film, you know what I'm talking about. So he had to take it and give it to some guy named Bobby at this bar and everything like that. And because he needed the extra money, because he is struggling with his business and he can't pay his bills. So, you know, he has to get that bread from somewhere. It's like, dude, you probably got to go sell. You got to go sell that thing. Either go sell that thing or become a stripper or something like that if you want to get some quick, easy money, or go Uber or DoorDash or something. Do they have DoorDash on there? I'm pretty sure they do. You need to go out and do that. But yeah, so he calls up on Nick and he says, I'm nervous, like I don't know what I have to do. So he has to go and deliver to this guy in the biker bar. So Noah shows up, you know, because you know she's always concerned about what Nick is doing, you know. And so yeah, Noah shows up, and then you know they're mad because the was already open. So they send them out. So they're about to leave. All of a sudden, Noah starts this bar fight. And all of a sudden, it's just people are fighting and everything like that. One of them pulls out a knife and almost stabs Nick. I think it was Bobby that pulled out a knife and tried to stab Nick, and Noah stopped him. And then all of a sudden, the police was called. They got arrested. Nick called Sophia. Sophia bailed them all out. So I remember that happened, and it was important for me to say that because it comes into play next time when I bring up this other situation. So let's get back on track, you guys. What happened next? Okay, so after, you know, Nick and Noah, like, have their little break, you know, Briar is, like, in Noah's ear, you know, telling her about things and everything. And then Noah is on, I think this was Instagram she was on, or maybe Facebook, and she saw an old picture of Briar and Nick. So she ends up putting two and two together and finds out that Briar and Nick used to see each other. Because Briar was always telling her the story about this guy she got to a car crash with, and then he moved on when she was in the hospital. And then she finally finds out that it's Nick. And then happened after that. Okay, so after all those, we get all those scenes. We see Lion and Nick. Lion comes and tells Nick that he wants to go back to racing to make some money. Because if you guys saw in the first film, Nick would always race and get money, so would Lion. And that's where they was getting majority of their money. Well, Lion was getting majority of his money from, because Nick has daddy's money. He don't really need it. But yeah, so Nick at first says no, because he promised Noah that he would not do that anymore, because that is dangerous. You know, it is dangerous. Y'all trying to be fast and the furious, but do y'all not remember what happened to Paul Walker? I'm sorry to mention that, but I gotta say it, okay? Okay? And I know this is film, but this is for people that does it anyway. Remember what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, eventually Nick gives in. I don't know why. But then Briar, again, his pride, Nick even offers him. He said, if you need money, just ask me. He said, I don't want your charity. I want to make my own money, which I respect. But, dude, at one point, it's like, put the pride aside and take the money. Okay? But, yeah, anyways, we moved. Okay, so this is the night of the big gala. Or gala, I don't know how y'all say it. Is it gala or gala? I say gala, you know. So they the race was before the gala. So they said before we get to the gala, Lion and Nick were just gonna do the quick race, and then the winner gets $15,000. So Noah and Jenna, because Jenna, who was Lion's girlfriend still at the time, they said, you know, something ain't right. So while Nick and Lion are preparing for this race, Jenna and Noah show up because they said, we already know you guys. We knew you could resist. And apparently Jenna said, when I saw that car, I knew you were going to go back to racing. That was a nice ass car, though, I ain't gonna lie. And then also we see this person from the last movie. His name was Ronnie. He was actually the guy that helped kidnap Noah from her biological father, and he was locked up. Which I thought with kidnapping, you get a longer sentence unless he took a plea, because with kidnapping is a serious charge. That's up to like 12 to 15 to 20 years in jail. I don't know how and this was a year. In a sense, it was years. Like, he only got a year in jail for kidnapping. I'm like, or attempted kidnapping. Still attempted kidnapping at that, but yeah. So he's out and he's racing too. And then so right when the race is about to start, Jenna is like giving Lion the business. Like, she is mad. She says, I cannot believe that this is what you're worth to me. Like, you just can't help that, like, I have this money and all this kind of stuff. You can't accept the fact that I love you for you. Like, why is money so important to you? So then, you know, he's like, but, you know, I just need, you know, and it's, again, like, you know, when you got bills and everything like that, and you have to actually get it out of your own pocket, that's actually hard, because I have to deal with that myself as well. So yeah, the race go ahead and starts. First of all, that race was cool as hell. I loved watching that. I had to go back and rewatch it because I love how it was. And Noah, she was killing it. Like, Noah is actually killing it. Like, girl, amazing. So and I'm trying to see, anything happen? Oh yeah. So while they're racing, all of a sudden, because Briar is there at the race, she calls the cops because it's an illegal race. You know how it is. Briar calls the cops. The cops show up, and the cops are trying to stop them, and they ain't stopping the car. And I was like, but if you get caught, like, I don't know how long it is in jail for illegal racing, because somebody put that in my comment section. So yeah, so the cops show up. They try to stop them, but then something happens to the cops' car and they don't catch up to them. So it's almost getting towards the finish line, and then Nick and Noah are sabotaging Ronnie because he's almost at the finish line about to win. So they sabotage him so Lion can win. So what happens, they come together and they push his car together. I'm going to insert a clip for you guys now. Yeah, and then so right when that happens, you know, Lion was able to cross the finish line and he got the $15,000. And he won the money, but it's like, at what cost? Because your girl is mad at you. Jenna's mad at you. But yeah, so the race is over. They just go to the gala like nothing ever happened. It's like, oh, okay. So yeah, we see the gala, and this is where it gets sticky, y'all. Buckle your seatbelts. So we see Briar, her crazy ass. She comes in, she walks through the kitchen, she goes and gets a knife, and I'm like, what does she got to do? I really thought she was about to stab Nick, like, right then and there. I got scared, y'all. So then she goes to the back, and we see Nick's mom, Annabelle, out there. She lets her in. They walk right up to the table, and then of course the dad is like, what are you doing here? Like, let's not do this here, because, you know, you got your colleagues here, you don't want them knowing your business, you know. So she said, either we do it right here or all of us can go outside. So the whole fam goes outside. Annabelle, like, tells Nick finally, I never want to be out of your life. Your granddad blackmailed me. They kept me away from you, and I regretted it all this time. You know, she's really giving it to him. Then she says that she comes out and says, you tells the Rafaela, which is Noah's mom, saying, you were messing around with my husband when me and him were still together. And I'm telling you, the mama was quiet as cat, quiet as a church mouse. Because you know you were wrong. But she admitted that she was messing around too. So you can't really blame Rafaela if you were messing around on him as well. So don't try to make it seem like you this angel, boo, because you're not. So then all of a sudden, she pulls out this DNA test. And we find out that Maggie is William's daughter, and that she's going to fight for custody. So, and of course, they're all confused on how that she got his DNA. And then this is when Noah finally, she breaks down. She says, because I helped her. And that made Nick mad. He said, why would you help my mother? You ruined everything. You ruined everyone's lives because of this. It's like, your lives were already ruined the second you and Noah started messing around with each other. Let's just be honest. But I understand him being upset. It's like, why would you even want to help her or something like that where she can ruin our lives? So Nick is like really, really, really pissed at Noah. And then he says, we're done. Noah is like following behind him, you know, chasing behind him. He goes inside. I'm thinking like, where's he going? I'm thinking, okay, he's about to go to his car and he's about to zoom off. No, what did he do? He goes and kisses Sophia right in front of Noah. Like, literally after he kissed her, he stared right at Noah. Like, that's some psycho shit. That's some misogynistic shit. You didn't have to kiss that girl right there in front of her face. That was, and you know she loved you. She did love you. You know she made a mistake. She's young, you know. But I'm not thinking of an 18-year-old mindset. But even when I was that age, I wouldn't do that. Nah, I wouldn't have done that. So yeah, he kissed Sophia. And I'm thinking him and Sophia about to leave together. No, he leaves with Lion. I said, what was the point of doing that? But yeah, so yeah, Noah's sitting right there. She's just staring. She's heartbroken. And of course, Briar takes that as the opportunity saying, it's okay. Y'all get over it. It's okay. And then we just see a scene of Lion and Nick. They're driving off. And Lion's like, you should really get over this. Like, I know you love Noah. And of course, Nick is thinking like, well, she broke my heart. She did all this. Like, she betrayed me, all this kind of stuff. And then Lion says, but you still love her even though she fucks up, you still loves her. And then Nick had a moment of is it revelation? We're going to make it that. Moment of revelation. He's like, hey, damn, maybe he's right. Turns around. He goes into the gala, tries to find Noah. And Noah tried to go back to their apartment. Oh, I didn't mention, Briar took her house keys. So I think Briar, now I'm saying that, Briar set that up. Yeah, so Briar took Noah's house keys. She goes, tries to go home, but she doesn't have her house keys to get inside. So she goes over to Michael's house. Michael's Briar's friend. And like I said, I remember Michael's the one that really wants Noah. So after Noah's like so heartbroken over Nick, she goes to Michael's house because, you know, she doesn't have a key to get in her house. She's just sitting there trying to soak everything in. Michael like goes in there and consoles her. And then all of a sudden they kiss. And I'm so mad we didn't see no more action. I don't know what that was. I'm so mad we didn't see like more action between Noah and Michael. We didn't get like a full little sex scene between them because I kind of wanted to see that. Like, we just got them kissing, and then she's in the bathroom and looking like she's regretting life or something like that. And then we see him, he's ass naked, and then she just leaves his place. And mind you, it's raining outside and everything like that. So we see Nick, because Nick actually went to the apartment because Briar made it seem like Noah was there to try to herself because she was so heartbroken. So he kicks in the door. He sees that she's not there. So he just sits outside of her dorm building in the rain. I know y'all was sick. You see how I sound right now? Y'all probably was feeling like how I sound right now. So all of a sudden, Noah comes out of Michael's apartment area in the rain, walks up to Nick. They look at each other with just a long sigh, like, and they don't say anything to each other. Noah just goes to her house. Nick gets in his car. He drives off. We see Noah. She goes to her father's gravesite for the last time because it's the year passing of her father when he got shot by the police, which he deserved, low-key, even though I don't fuck with the police. So she goes to see her father's gravesite one more time. Nick actually wrote something on her father's gravestone, which is like, can you do that? Don't you get arrested for that? You're not supposed to write on nobody's gravestone. But, yeah, so that happened. So she leaves the area, and then that's when we see the end credits. That was a lot, y'all. But, so what would I will give it a 9.5 out of 10. I did love the movie, guys. I really, really, really did love it. But I feel like it was kind of missing something, which is why I'm not giving it a full 10. I don't know exactly what it is it was missing, but it was kind of missing something a little bit more. But I do know that they already greenlit it for the third one, which I think is called Our Fault. And I'm pretty sure it's probably coming next year. If not next year, it's going to come out 2026. 2026, which, whew, that's too far away. I can't think about that far into the future because I'm getting old, y'all. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. Love Nick and Noah. Sad because the actors that plays Nick and Noah, Nicole Wallace and Gabrielle Guevara, I think is how you say his name. They apparently got some kind of beef or something like that. And like if you see all the promos and all that kind of stuff, like she will not acknowledge him. Now I'm not like excuse me, like a big, because I don't got time for that to be looking into what's going on between these actors. I don't know what happened. If anybody has the situation of what happened between them, can they put it in my comment section, and I might do like a video and do some deep research into that and see what's going on. Because apparently they're beefing, like they do not like each other. Like she will not acknowledge him. Like he is trying to acknowledge her, and she like will like, fuck you, I don't want to see you no more. But I guess like when you don't like each other, it makes for good chemistry on screen, because watching this, I felt the passion between them. So apparently they was able to put that to the side when the cameras rolled, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I got for Culpa, aka what is it? Your Fault. So sorry, y'all. I had to think about that for a second. I'm like, what is it? It's your fault. So yeah, that's all I have for now, you guys. I'm gonna come back later tomorrow. Be on lookout for my Baddies Midwest review and my Now That's TV Love and War review. I'm still trying to do like some good celebrity topics. I just need like a really good juicy one. Somebody wanted me to do the Ray J and Sukihana one. I don't give a fuck about Ray J and Sukihana, so I'm not doing that. But and also be on the lookout, because I know January XO Kitty is coming, and I'm gonna do season 2 and give my thoughts on that one. I'm gonna post my episode 6 and 7 of Squid Game season 2. I did the first 5 episodes in separate videos. Go watch those. But again, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get my page up to 1,000 subscribers so I can start monetizing my page, because again, a bitch got bills. And if anything else you guys would like me to talk about, or if you have any like opinions and everything, please drop it down in the comments section. But that's all I have for you all today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.